Got some major new developments in the Jeffrey Epstein case this morning when it was revealed that Epstein allegedly continued abusing women while he was serving his 13-month ultra-lenient prison sentence down here in the state of Florida many years ago. Just in case anybody needs a refresher, let me go ahead and give it to you right here. As part of that 13-month prison sentence, Epstein was allowed to leave his jail cell for up to 12 hours every single day to go to work. And that's where he had to stay. He had to be at work. And according to the police department down there, the sheriff's department, they said, oh, none of this happened. He could not have continued abusing women while he was on his little 12-hour work release every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. because we wouldn't even allow him to go to lunch. We would not allow him to go anywhere without that off-duty officer that accompanied him and stayed with him at his office every day. We had a log. If anybody came in, they had to sign in, they had to sign out. He couldn't leave the office except to go to a doctor's appointment, which the officer accompanied him to. So there's no way any of this happened. Well, okay, then I guess that's cut and dry, right? Well, not exactly, because the sheriff's office is being dishonest about the entire thing. And that is also part of these latest revelations. In fact, these are actually revelations that we knew about years ago. And here's why I say that. First and foremost, this off-duty officer that was stationed with Epstein during his work release, guess who paid for that? Jeffrey Epstein. So that off-duty police officer was actually, technically, by definition, an employee of Epstein. Who knows what kind of cash bonuses he threw his way, if that happened. I'm not alleging that it did, but based on Epstein's history with paying off potential witnesses, which we also learned earlier this week during his bond hearing, I wouldn't put it past him whatsoever. And I think that that officer or officers, if there were multiple who switched out, I think that's the kind of person whose deposition needs to get on the record immediately to find out what the hell actually happened. But that's all speculation, right? We got to deal with the hard truth, the hard facts of this matter. Well, how about the fact that the Palm Beach Post had already revealed that Epstein frequently left his office. He frequently broke the terms of his work release program and never once got punished. Because the sheriff's office is telling us, no, if he ever broke any one of the terms at any time, we would have terminated it. He would have sat in county jail for the rest of his lenient sentence. But he did break it. As the Palm Beach Post had reported, there was one time when they found Epstein just walking down the street, dripping in sweat, slightly disoriented, and his excuse was, oh, I just took a different route to work. I went away a different way. But he wasn't even allowed to be walking on the streets because he had a driver pick him up from the prison. Driver dropped him off at work. Driver would take him back to the prison. Epstein was not allowed to go out and just be walking the streets. He wasn't. Also, because that's not the only one, there was a time when the probation officer, whoever it was, corrections officer, went to Epstein's house to find him because he wasn't at his office. And when they knocked on the door, car pulled out of the driveway and left. So the officers were just like, oh, well, I guess we'll just come back later. They came back later. Epstein opened the door. And according to the Palm Beach Post, because those officers couldn't say definitively that Epstein was the one who drove the car, they just decided to say, you didn't break the terms of your probation. No, idiots. Being in the house was breaking the terms of the probation. There's also, according to the Palm Beach Post, he regularly, during his prison sentence, folks, regularly fly to New York, Boston, Miami, and his private island. During these trips, he did not have to report to probation officers about where he was or what he was doing. I think this actually may have been after his prison sentence. So sorry, let me correct that. This was while he was just on probation, when he also wasn't even allowed to do those things, though. Epstein routinely broke the rules. The sheriff's office routinely turned a blind eye to these violations. So their word is absolute garbage right now. So when we have these lawyers who I've actually spoken with and worked with slightly, When they're telling us that Epstein was still abusing young women, these might not have been underage, but they were certainly under the age of 21, still abusing them while in prison, then I think we have our answer on whether or not this monster deserves to be granted bond on Thursday. We'll get our answer tomorrow. But if this man is allowed to go back and walk the streets or even be put under house arrest, just remember that they've tried that before. He broke the terms, and according to the lawyers representing the women, never once stopped abusing them. Thanks for watching, everybody, and don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.